Lightning Thief. It's the first book in a 5-part series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Meet Percy Jackson, 6th grade dyslexic delinquent and demigod? He's the son of Poseidon, who has just been accused of stealing Zeus's master bolt, his object of power. No one wants a war between the big three, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, so Percy and his best friends, Grover, a satyr, and Annabeth, a demigoddess and daughter of Athena, travel to Los Angeles where the gate to the underworld is to retrieve Zeus's bolt. When it turns out that Hades doesn't have it, and that his Helm of Darkness was stolen too, it seems that as if all of their hardship battling monsters such as Medusa was all for nothing. However, Percy later comes to find out that Luke, one of his friends at Camp Half-Blood, stole the bolt because he works for Kronos, the Titan leader. After he tells Percy what happens, he unleashes a deadly scorpion that stings and nearly kills Percy. What will he do next to save the Olympians? Percy's story is continued in the Sea of Monsters, as Percy and Annabeth embark on a dangerous mission to find and rescue Grover and save Camp Half-Blood. Not only has Percy had a strange dream about Grover, but someone has poisoned the magical tree that Zeus turned his daughter, Thalia, into as she was dying so that she would live forever, that protects Camp Half-Blood, and as a result, the monsters are pouring in. Percy and Annabeth encounter many things as they travel the sea in search of the Golden Fleece. It turns out Grover was being held captive by Polyphemus, a very big Cyclops, and Percy and Annabeth, along with the help of Percy's Cyclops half-brother, Tyson, managed to rescue Grover and the Golden Fleece and bring them back to Camp Half-Blood. The fleece is more than they expected when put on the magical tree, and Thalia is brought out alive and healed. A prophecy about a god's child that they thought could only mean Percy was told, but now that Thalia's back, could it be her? Titan's Curse is the next book in the series, and Grover has found 2 new demigods right off the bat. Bianca and Nico D'Angelo are brother and sister, and Percy, Thalia, and Annabeth help Grover rescue them from Dr. Thorne. Unfortunately, when the hunters come to help, they end up shooting Dr. Thorne off of the cliff, with Annabeth still on his back. Once back at Camp Half-Blood, the Oracle makes another prophecy, and a few kids are chosen to go on this quest. Among them is Bianca and Grover, but not Percy. He is desperate to rescue Annabeth, though, and follows them. One of the 5 did not make it, and Percy is added as the 5th member. Soon they find themselves at the place where Atlas used to hold up the sky, but Artemis is in his place. Percy takes on the Titan's Curse until Atlas has been kicked up under the sky and is forced to bear its weight once again. They all make it back to Mount Olympus, where it's decided that Thalia will become the lieutenant of the hunters, and neither Percy nor the Ophiotaurus will be killed. Nico then has an angry outburst in which Percy has discovered that he is the child of Hades. It seems like all of the big 3 broke the agreement and had illegitimate children. In the Battle of the Labyrinth, Percy is now 14 years old. Annabeth has been chosen to lead a quest that has a passage to the labyrinth built by Daedalus at the same time Percy discovers Luke, the traitor, has a plan for revenge up his sleeve. Can Percy stop him before he reaches Camp Half-Blood through the labyrinth that's ever growing and changing? At this time, Grover is also on a quest to find and prove Pan's existence, lest he lose his job. While going through the labyrinth, the gang all meets up and finds Pan in there, who ceases his own existence and breathes pieces of himself into everyone present, except Nico. After this, Annabeth finds Daedalus, but he is reluctant to help them. Percy could not stop Luke as he had found Adrian's string and led his army out into Camp Half-Blood where a major battle has ensued. Grover has gone and scared away the army with the power of Pan, and after the battle has stopped, Daedalus lets himself die and ends the labyrinth forever, but not before letting Annabeth see some of his secret blueprints. It is the final book, and in The Last Olympian, Kronos is fully formed and has been raised from the Tartarus and has possessed Luke's body. Kronos has gathered his army and disperses it into 2 pieces as a distraction. His manpower goes to Poseidon's fortress and attacks, while he releases the most fearful monster, Typhon, on New York, while he himself will march right into Olympus itself without a fight. However, Percy sees that Typhon is a distraction to get all the gods away, and he and his own Half-Blood army fight Kronos. In the end, Luke has gained a small window of control and begs Percy to give him the knife to kill himself and defeat Kronos. And that is exactly what happens. The gods come back to find Olympus almost destroyed, but without the threat of Kronos that they expected. In return for saving Mount Olympus, the gods give Annabeth complete architectural control of the redesigning of Mount Olympus, Grover the title of the Lord of the Wild Council, and Percy the opportunity to become a god and be immortal. He declines and is granted one wish instead. They will do much better at claiming their children, and all of the gods, minor included, will be recognized. The series ended happily, though much was lost along the way. The Lost Hero is the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series. Jason wakes up on a bus with amnesia next to two kids, Piper and Leo, who claim to be his girlfriend and best friend. They're on a school field trip to the Grand Canyon, where they're attacked by storm spirits and find out that Coach Hedge is really a satyr. Annabeth comes to the rescue in search of Percy, who has gone missing, but he wasn't there, and Coach Hedge was kidnapped by the storm spirits, so Annabeth takes the kids back to Camp Half-Blood, where they discover that they're demigods. Leo is the son of Hephaestus, Piper is a daughter of Aphrodite, and Jason, Thalia's brother, is the son of Jupiter, the Roman god. Hera has been kidnapped by Gaia, Mother Earth, and Piper's dad has been kidnapped by Enceladus. Gaia plans to wake up, destroy Hera, and use that power to summon the giant Porphyron, which is really bad, and they have to stop her. The only way to do that, though, is to bring the two camps, Roman and Greek, together and fulfill the prophecy. Since Jason, who's the child of a Roman god, is in the Greek camp, it's a good bet Percy is in the Roman camp. Hopefully, they'll act as bridges and their respective campers will not kill each other. The adventure is continued in The Son of Neptune.